everyone, and welcome to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'm Nat and this is my Knackers Yard. Welcome back to the existing subscribers, and welcome to the new ones. The subscriber count's rattling up quite nicely at the moment. And a particular welcome to Sam, a guy that I worked with a while ago, who's caught up on it as well. So what are we up to today? The observant may notice there is no wheel attached to the front of this bike. Today I'm going to have a go at these front forks. So I've taken wheel off, brake calipers just tucked away at the back there, and the mudguard off. This is, making things shinier rather than making them new. So this is making this shinier. I could have taken them off to do it, but frankly, it's really not worth it. It's more hassle than it's worth, because actually, all I'd be doing is putting them in something to hold them still. Well, you've got a motorbike to do that, so why would you bother? So stripped everything off. First things first, it needs a clean, so I'm going to give it a rub down. It is freezing today, so I'm going to be dipping in and out of this and then defrosting while I go inside. So I'm going to use to clean it, pink stuff. I use it for everything. I've put it on Charlie's Facebook page actually. I use it as hand cleaner as well. It's like 89p from Aldi or whatever. It's really good stuff. Really good on pans as well, just coincidentally. So I'm just going to get rid of some of the loose crap on here. You can see where I've just gone with some Autoseal cleaner just to test what it was like under there. So I don't need to rub it down, it just needs cleaning off. Once I've done that, I'm going to give it a blast of Mother's, sorry the lighting's not good early in the morning, Mother's mag and aluminium polish, which is great stuff, and I'm going to slather it on and then have a go at it with an angle grinder, which sounds like a daft idea on forks, but it's with the felt pads. Now, cost wise, that stuff was I think £12, and it's amazing because I've used it on the side casing that I'll show you later, and these are like, I think it's £7 for 10. So it's a really cheap way of doing it. So I'm going to clean it off and then just give it a blast down and see how we get on. Right, first things first. Oh, and then once I've done that, another product as advised by Motorcycle Man UK by Nick is this stuff, Belgium Alu, which aside from being cleaner in itself, and it is very good cleaner in itself, it coats it afterwards, so it protects it afterwards. It gives it a kind of a waxy protective cover. So it's nothing worse than putting a load of time into cleaning and polishing to get it all nice and shiny for it just to oxidize and dull down immediately. So this slows that down, and it's good stuff as well. And again, I think it's £12, I think, something like that. Shop around, but there's loads in there and it lasts forever. Right, I'm going to give this a bit of a douche down. I'll come back in a second. Right, so a little bit of a wash later, and let's get the Mothers on. Now this stuff is like a gloop, and I have had a go with this on one of these sides on the stator cover, and it's amazing stuff. I did it during the week. I didn't film it. There's a few photos on Facebook site. Oops, try not to kick my camera over. The secret on this stuff is not to be shy or liberal. So it's just really is just getting a good healthy dose. Now you can see the rest of the bike is covered up, and that's not for dramatic reveal later, although you never know. It's more just to stop it splattering around more than anything else. So I've moved the XS650 out of the way. I'm hanging out my garage just to cut down on the splattering as much as I can. So it's really slapdash and generous with this stuff, because the pad will get covered in it as it's going anyway. I don't want to go too far. It's just off shot. Let me just dip you down a bit. Oh, there you go. I don't want to go too much on the faces, because that was terrible. Yeah, I don't want to whip them down or anything, so I don't want to ruin the connective surfaces. So I'll be a bit careful around those, but the rest of it, I'm just being as slapdash as you like, basically, and just get it a good coating of this stuff. You know, it's really relatively cheap stuff anyway, so it's not really not an issue. And just bang it on. You can just use your fingers, but I've got this little pad thing came with the kit, so why not use it? A little sponge. I don't think it actually, it's supposed to be it's a special applicator pad. It's a bit of sponge. Calm down. Right. Now, let's just get that on. Right. I'll just wash my hands off. Roll the blue roll at the back of my garage. It always is the handiest stuff. Right. Apparently, there is no shine like mother's. Well, we shall see. I say we shall see. This is great stuff. Right. And let's get set up. Right. All set up. Let's talk safety, because I know you're all desperate to do it as I pull my gloves on. Two reasons for those. One's the vibration of the angle grinder. For two, it's bloody freezing. My hands are cold. More importantly, on the safety, ear defenders. You don't need to wear them, but you really, really should. I did the side casing without them. I was in the open and my ears were ringing afterwards. Noise-induced hearing loss isn't funny. I know quite a few people that have got it, and I'd like to avoid it for as much as I can. So I'm going to stick my headphones on. I'm probably now shouting at you. Okay, so what, 5 minutes? I would have. Oh well, I will fast forward that because it's not the most interesting thing in the world to watch. But oh, it's good stuff. So what do we get? That is looking, and there's a straight side-by-side comparison there of. Look at that. Now, there's some marks in it, don't get me wrong. I'm not, you know, this isn't a mirror shine after 10 minutes, but it's pretty damn good already. I have to get some sort of abrasive on that to get rid of the burnt bits. Or actually, just some water might do. You have a look. I've got a spray over here somewhere. Now it's waxed on. I'm going to have to get some polish, some normal polish on that. But that's looking pretty sweet, and that's just on one pass. Cool. Right, I'm going to get some more on because there's some real deep tarnish stuff. Get some more on, give it another go, and then I will jump you back in. Alright, okay, so what's that? 40 minutes later, and that is pretty amazing. I mean, it's as shiny as a shaft now. It's not perfect. It's a 40-year-old fork. If you want to see how to get forks looking perfect, go over to Motorcycle Man UK, because he does some astounding work. But that is, you know, taking it off, fully grinding it down, etc, etc. But bearing in mind that I just want this bike looking better. I mean, there's not a very fair before and after because it's covered in dust and crap from the cast off, but that's the difference. before, in fact, get nice and close, before, after, and you get a nice shot of my phone case. Right, same again on the other bad boy. Okay, so there we go, that is both forks done and looking pretty amazing. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah, I'm well happy with that. Well happy with that. So Mother's gets a big thumbs up from that. Awesome. Also put the results of my previous labours on, so that's the valve covers on, exhaust had a bit of a clean, that covers on, and I'm pretty happy with me polish job on that. I do need to do the other side. I haven't yet, and the reason I haven't yet is because I'm going to need to drop the oil to do it. I don't really want to do it on the bike, and I'm toying with the idea of getting this MOT'd next week. It doesn't need one, legally it doesn't need one, that's more for my own gratification than anything else. Not convinced yet, but I'll see how it goes. Oh, that's quite good fun, that. Well, I say good fun. It's quite cathartic. It's quite relaxing. Despite the fact it's made loads of noise, it's quite relaxing. But yeah, it's quite rewarding. It's probably a better way of putting it, actually. Right, happy with that. That'll do me for the day. Get polishing. What next? Like I say, I'm toying with the idea of MOT in it. Probably will. I want to get the SV MOT'd during the week, so I might as well take them both, is my general thinking. Next jobs. Happy with the front end, happy with the lower front end. It's up at the clocks. Try and find a way of replacing the tarnished rubber, making that end look a little bit better. And then I'll start working my way back and onto the back wheel, I think. Cool, brilliant. Thanks all, I will catch you later. Cheers.